Hello, and welcome to My Point of View Movie Reviews. Today's review is a Netflix original documentary series, Becoming. And this is basically a documentary about Michelle Obama's book tour for her book, Becoming. Michelle Obama, 2 years removed from the White House, decided to write a book, go on tour, 34 stops to talk about her life, of her children, her childhood, her husband, and what really went on behind closed doors from 2008 and for 8 years in a row being First Lady. It was incredible to hear from her own mouth and words what she went through being First Lady. First of all, let's go back to her childhood. Her father had MS while she was young. She lost her father at a young age. He never got a chance to see her get married to Barack. Never got a chance to see her become First Lady. And her dad was a good man, a wonderful man. Her grandfather was a wonderful man. He had a lot to do with her upbringing, being strong and believing in yourself. Don't fall into the subject matter of what people think of you. Her mother, still alive, travels with her on these tours. Her brother travels, his wife travels, and help her on her book tour. It's beautiful to see, man. And Michelle is an extraordinary woman. Going to high school, talking to her guidance counselor, she wanted to go to Princeton like her big brother did. I want to go to Princeton too. Her guidance teacher told her, or counselor told her, you're not Princeton material. Maybe perhaps you should do this instead. Told her you're not worthy to go to Princeton. Well, she went anyway. Went on to Harvard, became a lawyer. She came back to her old alma mater and her old high school to pay tribute. The principal said, hey, that person no longer works here, that guidance counselor. Michelle said, good. Man, please, thank you. I'm glad that person is gone. And she was speaking the truth. You know, this woman's the First Lady. How dare you tell a child what they can't and what they shouldn't do when they had aspirations and dreams, when your own brother went to college where you wanted to go? How you not support that? Then she talks about when she first met Barack, man. It was a beautiful love story. Working in a small law firm, she wanted to mentor him. You know, like, okay, come on in. Said that the first time they actually had contact was over the phone. He had called, had that Barack voice. Hello, Michelle, I'm Barack Obama. And she was like, whoa, okay. I had a nerdy picture in my face how this man looked, but his voice is like, okay. The man walked through the door, his first day of work, he was late. She goes, typical black man, trifling. But he apologized, and the ladies looked at him. All the secretaries were like, girl, look, okay. Michelle was like, girl, I know. About a month into the working relationship, Barack asked her out. She thought it was inappropriate. The only two black people working in this facility is you know, we don't want to mess this up, Barack. But she gave in. She hopped into that yellow Datsun. On the passenger side, the floor is missing. You can see the streets move as he's driving on the way to the movies to go see Do the Right Thing by Spike Lee. You know, beautiful love story. And they had children after they got married, and Michelle had to give up being a lawyer. She quit her job to be a full-time mother and helped her husband pursue his dream. And being a woman, taking a back seat is tough. It's tough. Because Michelle said, I knew who I was way before I was First Lady. When I became First Lady, I became invisible. I was no longer Michelle. I was Michelle Obama, First Lady. And for those 8 years, I wasn't myself. Behind closed doors, I was, but it was great to hear her story. And she went to city, selling out arenas like an R&B singer, like a rapper, like a rock star. People love Michelle Obama. Her book was jumping off the shelves. And she interacts with everybody. She said, everybody who comes to my book signings, I look them in the eye. I don't look around the room. I pay attention, look them in the eye as I'm talking to them, signing their book. She traveled to African American museums and had her book signings there, famous libraries. I mean, every famous state and city, she was there promoting her book. And her staff is incredible. They've been friends for many of years. Chief of staff. Just the stories of these powerful women working with Michelle is incredible. And I mean powerful women. They're having board meetings. They're discussing a strategy, how to attack this book signing. And all these powerful women together making it happen. All walks of colors. Her best friend is white. Her brother is married to a white woman. You know, they don't see racism the way a lot of people do in this country. And her interaction with people, she loves the youth. She talks to these young girls about being strong, being who you are. Don't take no for an answer. The Latino community loves her, the white community, the black community, the Indian community. Everybody loves Michelle. It was great to see her talking to everybody, giving out a hug, sharing tears of joy. And each city she went to promote her book tour in these stadiums and arenas, she had a mediator at each one. It might be Colbert, it might be Oprah, and they would ask her all these wonderful questions about her life. And she's captivating, man. Michelle Obama is captivating. She is peerless. She's untouchable. She's class personified, man. And I remember Oprah asked her, what was it like the last day in the White House? She said, it was tough. The staff was emotional. I was emotional. The girls came up to me, Mommy, so-and-so want to have a sleepover the last night because her kids grew up in the White House and their friends grew up in the White House. They had sleepovers all the time. The last night of being in the White House, Michelle said, okay, you can have a sleepover. You know, woke up that morning, get up, come on, gotta have breakfast. And see, when you're a White House kid, you get what you want for breakfast. This girl can order this girl can order that. And Michelle's like, look, we got to go. The Trumps are coming, you know? And she was crying, tears of joy, tears of sadness. But she said, I had to get it together. I couldn't walk outside where the cameras are at and be crying because the world perceived it as something different. And it hit me. You know, she had to like hide so much of who she was from the cameras. Because remember when the campaigning started in 2008, the world jumped on her, called her an angry black woman, drew pictures of her with a big old afro and a machine gun, you know, tore her up. And she goes, from now on, when I campaign, I made sure I had a script. I read from the teleprompter. No longer did I speak freely because they attacked my husband, then they attacked me. And I'm like, wow. And Michelle, I'll never forget, she said the night the election was over, we became the first family to be in the White House as a black family. It was truly beautiful, but it was truly terrifying because she forgot how racist this country was. And she was very, very touched and hurt by the reaction, but more good than bad. And there was times she said, it'd be a great day and a bad day all in the same day. We would travel all the way to Charleston, where the people were shot, and we was there for the funeral for the slain people. Then we would fly back to the White House on Air Force One, and here we are celebrating marriage of gay couples. And the White House was lit up in different rainbow colors. She remembered that day. She goes, look, I don't want to watch this from my bedroom on TV. I want to go outside. She goes, her and her daughter got up, started walking past the guards and everything, got to the front door, and the front door was locked. She goes, I want to go outside. So one of the security guards helped her go to the side of the house. And she was able to walk outside for a short amount of time, smell the air, and celebrate the equality of marriage for the first time and see it from her own view of the White House, man. It was some beautiful stories, man. She's a great dancer. She loves update music. She likes old music. She likes the jazz and everything. She likes jazz like her father did. She said her father listened to jazz all the time when she was young. But she loves hip music. She loves to dance and move her body. She's very cool, man. And elegant, smart, and so inspiring. I've never seen so many women and men of different backgrounds and variants come up to her, cry tears of joy and happiness. When people were walking up to her, one lady was hyperventilating. She was, oh my God, I can't. They had to grab her and make sure she was cool. Michelle has that power. And this documentary, man, was just incredible, you know. They even went into detail about her security service. Mr. Allen, been with her since 2008 to this very day. And talking about how security had to be perfect, 100%, no mistakes allowed. And Michelle Obama's like, look, I want to know where the guns are at inside the SUV. In case they're going after me, they're going to shoot my drivers first. I got to know where the gun's at. You know, Michelle ain't no joke, man. She was asking all kind of questions. And she's loving, generous, smart, understanding. And one of my favorite episodes, not episode, but during the course of this documentary, one of the cities that she was in, Barack paid her a special surprise visit. He came from behind the stage with some flowers, kissed her on the cheek in front of the whole crowd. The crowd went crazy because, no, we all love Barack. Barack was a cool dude. Have any president look better with shades on, walking in that suit from Air Force One to the White House? You know, man, they were a beautiful, still are a beautiful couple. Michelle is tall in stature and just a personification of what a woman should be, man. And I just miss seeing that image in the White House. I really do. I never forget when Barack became president, man. I called my parents on the phone and we were silent. We started crying. I never thought I would see this in my lifetime, man. Black family in the White House. And to hear her perspective from the other side, she says, we were a normal family. And like that, overnight, everybody in the world knew who I was. Then they interviewed everybody who knew her. They interviewed her brother. My sister is the most famous woman in the world. Everybody knows my sister. You know how hard that is for me being the big brother? It was cute, it was funny. And her mom was adorable, you know. She tried to eat the cake that looked like a book, you know, cover for her book. She go, Mama, you can't eat that. You can't touch that girl's cake. And wait till later. She go, oh, baby, I'm sorry. You know, her brother had them over for Thanksgiving at his house. And the really touching moment, Michelle and her mother took a trip to Chicago, South Side, in the old house where she grew up at. You know, they still own it. That's what she was talking about, her father and grandfather. And they was looking at pictures when she was 7 years old, decorating the tree. And just, she went through a lot, man. She went through a lot. And for her to share her story and be who she is now. They said, now what's next for you? Then you get to go back to where things were. She goes, I can't go back to where things were. Things have changed forever. But Michelle's going to be Michelle, and I'm going to be the best Michelle that I can. I love children. I love teaching. And I love sharing what I know to other people. I want to help young people be better because that is the future of our nation. And I'm like, I don't know how many times I broke down and cried as I was watching this documentary, man. It's so inspiring. You know, I admire my mother, my grandmother, and even though I never met Michelle, only seen her on TV, it feels like she's a part of my family because so many women in my family, my aunties and stuff, are just like Michelle. Beautiful, strong, loving, articulate. It's makes you feel proud, man. if you hadn't had a chance to see this documentary on Netflix, do yourself a favor and watch it. Becoming, the story of Michelle Obama. And the book is out in stores. Go get that book. Until next time, be sure to like, share, subscribe, and tell all your friends. And more importantly, leave your comments down low. Until next time, yo, it's just my point of view. Hello. Now, I hope you really enjoyed this video. Without you, there's no me. And do us a favor, stop by the website at www.blacktastic.net and pick up some merchandise. Get yourself a hat or pick up a t-shirt. It's things like that that help keep the channel going. And also, feel free to leave a donation on the home page at www.blacktastic.net. Thank you all so much. Again, you make this so much fun. Without you, there's no me. Until next time, see you later.